WWE Raw went down tonight, and it was a freaking banger and a half. But before we discuss that, make sure you are subscribed with all notifications, because you don't want to miss out on all the fun, and more importantly, you don't want to miss out on the juicy bits. Let's go. WWE Raw started tonight with Rey Mysterio, of course, coming out, doing his thing like he does. But of course, Dom had to come out, like always, ruin the fun. Dom botches right at the get-go. He says, keep my name out of my mouth, but out of your mouth. He struggled with that. He was trying to do the Will Smith Chris Rock line, I think. Anyways, he kind of messed it up, but everyone kind of knew what he was getting at. Then Dom goes, I hope Bunny has learned his lesson. Ray's like, yo, Bunny will be back and he's going to get some revenge on y'all. Don't you worry about that. So anyways, Ray's like, yo, why don't we just do a rematch, a WrestleMania rematch? And Dom is like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to fight my father, but I know who will. And then boom, Finn Balor comes out. Finn Balor, Rey Mysterio, have a great match because they're two greats. At the end of the day, though, of course, it's an unfair match because Dom is always there to cause interference, which in this case, with chain this time, first time around, he tries to chain Dom tries to chain Rey in the face. He fails the first time. The second time, though, it connects, and then that sets up your boy Finn Balor with a coup de grace, getting the W. That's how it started out. Rey taking an L to Finn, and of course, his son Dom with the assist.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Lita is mysteriously attacked backstage. Now, you know, there's a lot of conspiracy going on. Becky, of course, thinks it's Rodriguez and Liv because they've got the championship match coming up. But anyways, who done it? It's a case of who done it. So next thing you know, freaking Beck is backstage and she's like, yo, whoever did it, I'm gonna smack their head off. And this is the moment we find out that Trish Stratus is going to fill in for Lita, who's now in a hospital or medical center somewhere from her beatdown. So it's Trish Stratus and the man Becky against Rodriguez and Liv Morgan for the Women's Tag Team Championships. And it goes down, ladies and gentlemen, and it's a great match. I mean, it's a lot of fun. We even heard some This Is Awesome chants. Freaking Trish was freaking just in great form. She hit a Stratisfaction. She did a flip with Rodriguez on the top rope in the corner, flip Rodriguez over like she was just freaking flying left, right, and center until she ended up getting rolled up. I mean, Liv rolled her up for the W, and I'm like, wow, that was kind of freaking just unexpectedly melodramatic. Even though going into this match, I already suspected that we was going to get some new tag team champions out of this, and it did happen because Liv rolled up Trish to get the win and become the new women's tag team champions with her partner Rodriguez. But just when you thought that things couldn't get any worse, well, Trish decided she wasn't happy with what had happened, and we don't know why really she did it. I guess maybe just frustration, who knows? But Beck was consoling her and being like, hey, it's okay, it's all right, you know, these things happen. And next thing you know, Trish turns on big time the man Bex, and freaking Becky is flattened, laid out by Trish Stratus. It was rumored for a while that Trish was going to go heel, so I'm not surprised because it actually really happened. I knew something was probably going to go down because the story made sense. Lita is conveniently not around. Trish fills in. Trish, yeah, I actually thought she was going to turn on her sooner, during the match and do something. But hey, these things happen, I guess. So we got to see where this story is going to go. Very interesting. I think we're going to get Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch at Backlash. So that should be interesting and pretty cool. But yeah, guys, that was interesting, wasn't it?
Good, not bad.
Paul Heyman cut a fantastic promo as usual. That's what Paul Heyman does. He's the guy. He's the GOAT. He knows how to cut a great promo. He sell anything. He could sell you freaking ice if you didn't even have teeth and you were an Eskimo in Alaska somewhere, freaking freezing your butt off. He could manage to sell you freaking ice. I mean, he's just the man. He's got the gift of the gab. But that being said, though, Damage Control Bayley, she might have the gift of the gab too, because she's managed to get Damage Control freaking offside a little bit, because she's like, yo, backstage, Damage Control are there, Bayley's there, and Bayley's like, yo, look, I've got an opportunity, triple threat for the championship type sitch. You know, it's going to be opportunity and all that. And when I get this, you know, opportunity, when I win and become champion again, then it's going to give me more power to get some stuff happening for you guys and get y'all another opportunity and whatnot. And then Io's like, nah, what about us, man? What about now? We deserve to get the opportunity now. And Dakota translates that, basically what she thinks she said, that's what she was saying. Yo, what about us, bro? What about us? And so then Bayley goes, all right, look, I'll go back in, talk to Pierce a bit more, see if I could smooth things out and get you guys, you know, one of you guys in the match or something like that. So you can see right there, Bayley's attempting to have a gift of the gab like the Paul Heyman, but I don't know if she's going to get what she wants, because basically I have a feeling that, yeah, this is going to end up in a breakup of said Damage Control. It's been rumored. I think it's going to happen because, yeah, Bayley, I think, is wanting to go and do her own thing, spread her wings, and get the big championship belt for herself. And I don't think that Damage Control are really factoring into Bayley's ultimate secret squirrel plans. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But, yeah. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Is Damage Control breaking up? Is it happening? I don't know, but time will tell. The two big men, Bobby Lashley, Bronson Reed. Freaking, this was a fantastic match. I think it's the first time they've ever fought together, and it was a doozy. I mean, look, these guys are huge, man. Bobby struggled to get any real traction with Bronson because Bronson's just huge, dude. He's like freaking just big 5-ton house dude. Like he's just a big freaking solid dude. So even Bobby attempting to get the hurt lock around him failed twice. He was trying to do it, couldn't do it. You know, he just couldn't do it. But I tell you one thing, Bobby's a beast. Bobby managed to he was lifting him and suplexed him and done a few dope things, man. Like, Bobby is so strong, man. He's so strong, you know. And you know, it was very interesting, but this is one of those things I think that we're going to see play out a bit longer, because what happens is this match ended in a DQ. That's right, they both got counted out. And when you thought, okay, yes, counted out, the fight's over, nah, man, they had anger in their eyes, and they just kept fighting outside the ring. And the crowd was loving it, man. The crowd was eating it up. The crowd was all into it. And then, of course, the officials have to come and ruin the fun, man. I mean, what's wrong with a good brawl? Let it play out, man. We want to see some freaking blood or something. But yeah, look, it was really cool to see. I think this is going to set up definitely another match down the track. Who knows, maybe next week, maybe at Backlash, you know. Who knows what's going to happen here, but their story's not over for sure. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, guys, I think that's probably really one of the reasons, by the way, why they did do the DQ finish style, you know, where neither one won, because this match potentially has the makings of something bigger than just a match on Raw. I think this is pay-per-view potential quality, so we'll probably see it at Puerto Rico at Backlash. Cody Rhodes hit a promo, and this was something we were waiting to see what he would have to say after his beatdown last week by Brock. Correction, brutal beatdown, because this was a beatdown of beatdowns. And, you know, Cody looked pretty good for someone who looked like they just got in a fight with freaking King Kong. But he was there tonight, and he was basically saying something that we all needed to hear. And that's don't put the blame elsewhere, bro. He takes full responsibility for his loss. He's the one who lost. Everyone is putting the blame finger, pointing it and stuff. He's like, no, it's all on him. And Paul Heyman is like, yo, you're not, you know, you got to earn it. he's repeating what Paul Heyman told him. And he's like, yo, earn it. And he starts dropping all these things from when he started out, back in the day, all the way to becoming an EVP at AEW. Little AEW drop. There was an AEW drop when he said win and losses matter. They do matter. You fight to get the big one, the belt and all that. It matters. He's AEW sneaky drop. He drops there. Don't think it's sneaky though, because at the end of the day, it's just facts. It's what's happened. It's the truth. There's nothing wrong with speaking the truth, And then, he's saying all these things. And it's the cool thing I liked is when he goes, he says all these things. He goes, earn it. I am it. I love that. Just promo like gold. And this is what Cody does so well. He is the promo god. He really is. He's so good, so smooth. Really, really awesome hearing a Cody promo. And then he says about Brock Lesnar that he thinks why Brock did what he did because Brock's unsure. He sees Cody is unsure because in Brock's eyes, everyone's a victim. The Brock was a victim when Cody was in his rookie year. He starts name dropping all these other people that were victims to Brock. And then Brock says, I don't want you to look at me and see your next prey or your next victim or something like that along those lines, because he goes, I'm going to be the one who, basically reverse Uno's it, and I'm going to make you the victim and, that kind of situation. But ultimately, this was about Cody saying one thing that we all know, and you'd be a fool not to be, is that he's not, okay, he is, correction, because I said not, but he is scared of Brock Lesnar, but he's not afraid to fight him, so he will fight him. He wants to fight him. He's going to do it anyways, even though he's, scared of Brock. Brock's a scary guy. You'd be foolish not to be. Even Cody said that himself. So he calls out Brock for a match at WrestleMania Backlash. And next week, it was announced that Brock Lesnar will be on the show to answer whether or not he accepts. So expect some fireworks next week. But yeah, look, Cody, man, he's really, really good on the mic. I mean, just excellent promo as per usual. So don't expect anything else when the microphone is in the American Nightmare's hand, because that's what he does. Logan Paul resigns a multi-year deal that was announced on the show. It was already something that's been floating around throughout social, so we already knew it to be true, but it's really cool to see them address it on the actual show and make a big deal out of it. That is something that I really love. I love that Logan is really getting the limelight and getting shown a lot of respect for his ability. He's proven himself already in just a short amount of time that he has been part of WWE. So resigning a multi-year deal is pretty awesome. Especially when I already thought he had already signed a multi-year deal last time around. Turned out to be 1 year. So I hope this doesn't also turn out to be 1 year. But yeah, he re-signed a multi-year deal. And that means more Logan Paul and all of his amazing freaking just antics that he's been bringing to the WWE. It's been fantastic. So much love to Logan Paul. It's awesome. Congratulations. And guys, let me know below if you're excited about Logan Paul re-signing a multi-year deal. Oh yeah. The Usos versus Alpha Academy. What was there not to say about this? We already knew it was going to be a banger match. But I think the high point in this match to me is Otis. Because I love Otis when he drops down and does his caterpillar. Freaking hell, man. Otis doing that move again and finally bringing back that fun Otis character side of things that we've been seeing consistency now with that character is so good. Because when they first took that away and made him all like just super kind of serious and no more of that fun banter type of character that we were used to seeing, I thought it sucked. I actually really prefer him being the fun kind of kooky, just that character, more animated, laughable. I'm enjoying what they're doing with him now. I'm enjoying the whole Maximum Male Models thing with him. So that, to me, was really cool to see in this match. But unfortunately, even with, you know, with his caterpillar excellence. It was not enough to help Alpha Academy get the win over the Usos. Usos obviously are a force to be reckoned with, and they finished the 1D freaking superpower move to get the W at the end of the day. That's what they do. It's their move. You ain't walking away from that. 9 times out of 10, Sammy proved that he could walk away from it, but yeah, generally speaking, you don't walk away from the 1D. And they got the W, but always a great match when it's the Usos and Alpha Academy. Gable, everyone, they bring it all the time. So yeah, Usos with the W. Bloodline looking like they're getting some momentum again. What does that mean? Only time will tell. So earlier in the night, Bayley was backstage. Damage Control was backstage. And Bayley comes out of Pierce's office, and they were talking about getting Bayley a opportunity in a triple threat match to have a chance to be the #1 contender. And Bayley comes out and she's telling the good news to Damage Control, to Io and Dakota. And Io's like, hell no, basically. She's like talking in Japanese, and she's like, nah, man, what about us? We should be getting the opportunity, man. Come on, like, what's up, yo? And so Bayley goes in and says, okay, well, I'll go back in and see what I can do if I can get Pierce to get one of you guys in the match. And so I thought it was going to end up being a no-go, where she goes later on and goes, I tried, but not, Pierce didn't want it. But surprisingly, we have a triple threat match for the #1 contender. They're going to get a championship opportunity, and it's Io Sky in the mix, in the party. She's going up against Mission and Piper Nevin. So that's a really just cool triple threat match. These 3 can all go. They're all really talented, and I was really curious if they were going to give Io the win here, and it works out to be that Io, her flying all over the place, the goddess of the skies, freaking just flying and, doing some crazy dope spots, man. Like, she was just absolutely just incredible. I really like Io so much. She won with a over moonsault, and she could have pinned Piper or Mission, but Piper kind of ended up rolling out of the way, and so Mission's the one who's a sacrificial lamb who got the pin, or got pinned. So Io won. So she's going to have an opportunity, a championship opportunity for the women's championship. That is freaking awesome, man. So this should be interesting to see what happens there. I think we all know what's going to happen there. I don't think she's going to get the W, but I think that it's cool to see the skill base that's there. Some of these new talents like Io, man, they're good, man. They're good. They just need an opportunity to shine, and get put in the right scenario, and they'll freaking impress you. Io is really good. Dakota's good too, man. If you guys ever watched along in NXT, you would know just how really good those guys are. So this is really good. Good to see Bayley back, of course. And they all celebrated at the end in the ring together. Bayley was happy. He's like, my little child has come and has grown into an adult, has turned from a caterpillar to a butterfly. She looked very proud. Or was she swerving and pretending to be proud and really pissed off? And well, time's gonna tell. Time's gonna tell. But for now, they all look like they're on the same page, but we'll see.
That's what she said.
Solo and KO, you already knew this was going to be a banger. This is one of those type of matches that, again, pay-per-view level match where you already know that they're going to bring the heat and the fire. But this match was a little bit unfair, man. KO, he's injured, man. He's got basically one leg. He's one leg peg. He's freaking just, struggling with his injured leg and stuff throughout the whole match. And then the Usos, of course, come and join the party always. They're around the ring, so it's basically Solo with his freaking henchmen. And then you've got KO with nobody, because Sammy and freaking Riddle allegedly are not there, so they say. So the match gets on its way, and look, KO put up a good fight, dude. especially when you have to worry about the Usos continuously interfering and causing, issues. And the fact that he had to do all of this with one leg. So the match goes on. As you would expect, it became too much. The Usos, Jay outside the ring, super kick, freaking, KO ends up back in the ring, gets kicked by Solo, and then a Samoan spike, and that means he was out for the count. Unfortunately, it's Solo freaking getting the victory with the help from his bros. But that's not the end of the story ever when it comes to Solo, the Usos. The Bloodline don't like to leave things like that. They have to put their final stamp of approval on the situation. So they're beating down KO. KO is getting beat down. Once again, KO beat down. It's going down. But to our surprise, because we were told they weren't there, guess who shows up? Yep, they're running inside. Riddle and Sami Zayn. They come to the rescue of KO, and they manage to get the upper hand. And when all is said and done, when the dust had settled, the good guys were in the ring, standing tall. That's the way WWE Raw ended. It was freaking awesome. I loved it because at the end of the day, this was an action-packed Raw. I think every single match delivered. I think the whole show was on point. I loved it. I was glued for 3 hours straight. I just was like, yo, this went by fast too. It felt like this went by so fast because it was just flowing so smoothly. If I was to rate tonight's Raw overall, guys, I would definitely be giving this at least a 9.1375.2 and a half. So you gotta have the half, you know what I mean? No. Okay. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you're subscribed if all noties on. Give me that thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, by the way, welcome. We're growing. It's beautiful. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. And as always, remember to want to fullest and keep it off tap. We are out.